random topics, or we could talk about like something that's going on in the news, like this defaulting debt thing.
What? Sure, we'll talk about
You know, okay.
There's your cold open.
You sound... Alright, there's your cold open. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to what is perhaps the warmest episode of What Have I Done Debates. I wish you could all be feeling the same level of heat that I am. It feels like I'm in a warm blanket with all of my best friends in the whole wide world. But unfortunately, today is not going to be a very nice episode. It's going to be a very evil episode, very mean-spirited, low-T episode. We're going to be having a lot of people, and by a lot I mean like, hey, today we're going to be doing, what is the best white rapper? Forget everything we said about Lightning Round. It's just the best white rapper. That's the only thing we're talking about.
Yep, for sure.
The only thing.
The only thing.
Yeah,
No.
definitely not spiraling out of control. Let's talk about it. Last week, we discussed extensively Tears of the Kingdom. Do you remember that? Do you even remember what Tears of the Kingdom is? I'm sure with our fast-paced lifestyles, it's just slipped right on by, you know?
Yeah, I haven't played it in like 4 days, which is sad. But like,
That's embarrassing. I was playing it earlier today. You know, honestly, the game gets kind of overwhelming at a certain point. Like, I feel like there's so much to do. Like, sometimes I just feel like I'm never even going to explore it all. Like, how there's so many things to do with life you don't know what to do, but it's like, now it's a video game and I still don't know what to do.
you get to do it twice.
Exactly. It's just, I don't know. What's been your favorite part of the game so far?
Doing the missions, like the temples.
Just the main quest line. That's
of
boring
sorts,
as hell.
yes.
I gotta say, my favorite part is, I mean, maybe I'm just a fan of Minecraft, but I love exploring them caves, baby. I'm going in there, I'm caving, I'm exploring, I'm mining, I'm killing those horriblins, I'm collecting those whatever the bright bloom seeds, I'm killing the Stalnoxes or whatever they're called, and then I'm shooting that Buble right in the face to get his beautiful gem so I can feed it to that weird little guy who is Kilton's brother. Great stuff, great game. I'm loving it already. I sometimes when I'm bored, I just go up to that guy and I say, where do I go next? And he points me to a cave. That's what I'm in 100% first, honestly, just getting all those caves done.
It's kind of based.
It is very
I've started
based.
exploring the chasms.
Oh, the depths? Spooky.
Yeah, I actually went like to the one right below the castle.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to see if I could like trigger the final boss fight, just like super prematurely. I couldn't figure it out.
I didn't even know that that's where the final boss was, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know if it is. I was just trying to, because, like, you know, in the last game you went to Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, I'm trying to do as, like, spoiler-free as possible. Like, I'm not even thinking about the main story. I'm just going off wherever. I haven't even explored the whole map yet. I'm still ebbing and weaving throughout the corners of the machinations of whatnot.
I've been trying to get all the maps.
Well, that's nerdy and boring. Have you been upgrading your whatever, like Robbie? If you go to Hateno Village, you take him there, he'll upgrade like your Sheikah Slate and all that stuff. Your Puripad, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I haven't done that yet.
I forget there's 3 things that you can upgrade. You can upgrade the travel medallion, you can upgrade the
travel medallion?
Yeah,
that's
the
thing
travel
in the game?
medallions. Yeah, it's like it's really cool because it's like you have like I just found it while exploring, but like there's a whole quest to obtain it. It's a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
cool.
think it was the labyrinth, but it might. I forget
That's where you
what
get
I got
it in the last
labyrinth.
game, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's probably still there. Okay, let's stop talking about Tears of the Kingdom. It's great, but you know I feel like it's very alienating to the audience. Which I mean, let's be honest, probably everybody in the world is playing the game, so I'm just really mainly thinking about my mom right now because I know she doesn't play it, so she's gonna get nothing out of the discussion. So let's move on before we get anybody in here. I know, I can't believe this. Can you believe how hard it is to wrangle up people when
Especially
you ask
when you had
them like
3 ready,
and you ask them like multiple days in advance?
and you asked them multiple days in advance.
Okay, here. We're doing new debate topic. Is how many of these people do you think will show up?
0.
I'm gonna guess 1. My money's on 1. This is truly epic. I like
Great content.
yeah
Oh
well,
my
don't worry,
God!
oh shit. Okay.
Hold on.
Wait. All right. You want to do this now?
Sure.
Okay. Oh my God. For everybody in the audience, you're watching right now a great family reunion right now.
You know, this could be considered a historical moment, one for the books.
I would certainly say that much. What would you like us to call you here?
Lil Richard, RJ, Richard James, any whatever you want to go for.
Okay. Well, I'll just call you RJ because that's how I remember you. For the audience listening, and specifically my mom, I think you're gonna remember this one. This is what has been the culmination of probably about 3.5 years. I mean, I would say, and maybe this is a little personal, but I would say this individual was my best friend for probably from like 3rd grade to like 7th grade. So it's quite wonderful. I'm glad that we finally had something good come out of this show.
Yeah.
Out of all the COVID misinformation we did, and all the threatening politicians and not so nice words.
I love misinformation, and I love spreading it even more.
Okay, I'm gonna guess you're not very well versed in the lore of this show, seeing as I just asked you on a whim. No. So this show has been running for Mark? Has it been 19 episodes now?
I believe this is the 19th.
Okay, there are 19 episodes, but there's only 18 of them available on YouTube because episode 13 was taken down for COVID misinformation.
What were you saying?
That's the craziest part because we listened through it and there's nothing that has anything to do with COVID in there. I think what happened was somebody was jealous of our fame. Some clout chaser wanted to take me down, wanted to humble me a little bit. But obviously that can't be done. My ego is bigger than ever. I feel more entitled than ever to be here. And I feel entitled to every person who's on here. They're now my intellectual property.
Well, I'm honored.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here. So we could talk about what is perhaps the greatest question ever to be asked, ever. So for a little bit of background, a probably phenomenal artist, probably top 10 of that I can think of right now off the top of my head that is named Jack Harlow. He released a lot of music, and then he went mainstream, and everybody hated it. It was called, what was it, Come Home, the Kids Miss You or something? Something stupid. But then he came back. He took a photo of himself standing outside in his alley. I mean, it probably took him 6 minutes.
Alley.
Which is crazy because I think that's how long it took most of the songs to be written. He released a new album. It's called Jackman. You know what? I did give it the benefit of the doubt because contrary to popular belief, new thing isn't always bad. I've never listened to Kendrick Lamar before, but when his new album was coming out, I listened to the whole thing and I thought it was quite nice. So I was like, you know what, Jack Harlow, you look like Michael DeSantis' kid in Grand Theft Auto 5. I can't remember. Is it Jimmy?
Jimmy, yes.
Yeah, he looks like Jimmy from Grand Theft Auto 5. But you know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what? He might be able to pull something together here. But I listened to it and I was like, I mean, what is separating him from me here? It honestly just sounds like somebody went on Google and went to YouTube and just searched free beat and just rapped over it. It's like,
yeah. So I don't really partake in much Jack Harlow, to be honest. I have not listened to Come Home, the Kids Miss You, and I've not listened.
Did you listen to Jackman?
No, I have not. So.
Oh man.
What in short terms? What are your opinions on each of these albums?
Well, Come Home, the Kids Miss You. I've listened to, I would say, not enough to form like a continuous, fully fleshed out opinion. I will say, sounds pretty bad. And then the fact that, I mean, I've listened, I've read a lot of what people had to say, and it seems like he definitely, it's the sellout album, which I guess is kind of mandatory nowadays. If you're going to become a mainstream artist, you need to make at least a couple singles that they can play on the radio and everybody hates. Oh, yeah, okay. Here's a side question that has nothing to do with it. What % of new music that comes out do you think has TikTok sounds in mind? What % of songs do you think are just made to capitalize on that market?
I feel like there's layers to this because I do feel that there are some artists that do truly care about the music and not the fame
not
and
the TikToks.
All. Yes. But most new artists or anybody that are trying to come up, I think, are making songs that are supposed to be TikTok sounds because
that's what sells.
Yes. How many artists have spawned from TikTok in the past 3 years. Too many to
Oh
count on
my
my own
God.
fingers.
Exactly. Yeah, the first one that comes to mind is that A B C D E F U. That's my first thought.
Oh, I know what
My
you're talking
first
about.
thought is Ice Spice.
Oh,
Nobody,
yeah.
no one knew what an Ice Spice was before TikTok came around.
Wasn't she signed to Drake beforehand? I know she was like something with Drake. Was that before or after TikTok?
I think everybody was just kind of like stalking and overreacting because she was so popular, and like Drake like followed her on Instagram and then like unfollowed her, so everybody started freaking out.
Got played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could have been some sexual stuff going on, or it could have
Counters.
been, yeah, or it could have been label stuff. Who knows? But that's for your own interpretations.
Okay, I'm gonna be 100. I think Ice Spice is probably an industry plant. I mean, listen. I've listened to a couple of her songs, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I cannot tell any of them apart.
Yeah.
I have not listened to a single Ice Spice song, and I'm very proud of
They
it.
all sound the same. It's honestly impressive how she met. At least she's got her style because they all sound exactly the same.
Yeah, I feel like if you just put them all in one playlist and played it, like it just all meshed together. Like,
Interesting.
Yeah,
You know what? I
she's
also
an
like I don't want to
anomaly.
make this. I don't want to make this like a whole like just shitting on Ice Spice, but like her rhyming is just it's so like she the only thing that rhymes with munch is lunch, and then I don't know. I really hate that like the whole like just the refrain. I feel like you got to make the refrain of the song good, but I just think Munch's refrain is so like it just feels so lazy. It's like that's probably the first thing she thought of it, was just like, yeah, I don't know, sounds good enough. Now get me in the basketball hoop. I'm gonna twerk.
yeah.
Okay, do you
Go on.
Okay. Do you remember this? Okay, this guy brings me like an irrational amount of hate, and I feel like he's been forgotten by just about everybody else. Do you remember Baby No Money?
Oh my goodness, yes, and Young Gravy. I was going to when you brought up this topic with me, Young Gravy was one of the first people to come to mind.
You know what, I will say I love Young Gravy. I think he's transcended like artistry. I think he as a character is really good too. I just like my mom like watches like late night talk show clips on YouTube, and I think what is it? It was Jimmy Kimmel, I think, his show, and they had they just had Young Gravy on like doing a bit where he was like talking to somebody's mom, and I was just like, this is actually pretty funny. Like, it was weird and like awkward. Like, it's nighttime television, but like it was funny by late night standards. So I'd give it that. I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
isn't bad. Like, he looks like he's always having fun no matter what he's doing.
Yeah, his whole like joke, I guess, because there's like so many TikToks, and you'll see him in the comment section. Like, he's just like he interacts with the people, and I think that's what makes him so popular. And like his whole joke is like that he fucks everyone's mom, pretty much.
I think he just figured it out. Like, he just got it. Like, I feel like you'd be hard pressed to find somebody who's like, yeah, I think he's a dick. Like, when I was
Yeah.
younger, I was a bit more prudish. Like, and I thought that his lyrics were too explicit. But I feel like as I've gotten older, I've come to like I feel kind of embarrassed about that. But I remember one time listening. This isn't a white rapper, but listening to Biggie Smalls, because when I was younger, I liked like Big Papa, I liked Juicy, I liked Hypnotize, the big three that he's known for. And so I was like, I don't know, I guess I'll just listen to the best of. And I was just like, wow, this is just so gross. This is this is smut. This is filth. And it's just like I feel kind of weird that like I've evolved since then to be like, no, this shit slaps. Like, sure, he talks about sex and it's gross, but like it's not gross anymore. Like it feels human. It feels like he's actually talking realistically. And I think at that point I'd realized I've just been so conditioned by like, sanitized media to like not even realize that humans, like, people are real, and when you see something real with like a hint of reality, your automatic reaction is disgust. It's monstrous.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eminem is better than anyone else.
Okay, well, before we get to the
feel-
best, I want to just talk about how much I hate Baby No Money. I think his gimmick is so tired. He's basically just Young Gravy too, and he goes, "When I popped off, then your girl gave." Shut the fuck! And, like, he writes that song because it's the only thing he's got.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing.
I I feel like he just runs off of Young Gravy's fame, like being his like sidekick. Like I feel like that's really like what he's known for. Like I other than that song that you just sung, I really couldn't name you any other Baby No Money songs. I just know him because he's like friends with Young Gravy. That's
Okay,
really
I just want to say again, once you said it, it really made me remember. Terrible fucking name.
yeah.
Baby No Money.
Yeah. And he spelled it BB. I
No
forget how
dollar sign.
Yeah.
BBNO dollar sign. It's like the worst. I
Yeah.
remember everybody was like, "Is it Bubba Nose?" And I was like, "I mean, it could be."
No.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, tell us why Eminem is the best white rapper.
Okay, first of all, most important reason, he's white.
Okay. Strong start.
He's already met half the criteria. Second of all, he's a rapper. We're already there. Third of
Now,
all,
Mark, you listen to a lot of rap. That's correct. You know,
Hmm?
big rap fan over here.
what was that question? I'm sorry.
I said you listen to a lot of rap, right? You're a big rap head.
Not a lot, but I listen to it every once in a while.
Okay,
it's
so
it's
tell
a
us
very
why you're
specific mood I've got to be in.
What
Anyway,
mood is that?
what was that?
What mood is that? Just wondering.
I don't know. It's that Eminem flow.
Okay. Yeah, your famous Eminem flow.
But yeah, and my third reason is that his lyrics are just the best things I've ever heard. Both,
You want to give an example?
I done touched on everything but little boys.
Or
Okay.
that's an awfully hot coffee pot. That's a good one.
Where the fuck is Kanye when you need him? I'm the cousin of
watching 21
Godzilla,
Jump
'cause I
Street.
spit fire and my dick's dragon.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Speaking of white rappers, Kanye West, I think, is a great contender for.
Yeah, well, he does not. Well, he did.
I don't
watch
think he
21
identifies
Jump
as black anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
doesn't
right.
like
It
Jews.
fixed him.
Yeah, 21 Jump Street fixed him, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, last I checked, he's normal, but then I think he might have seen the director's cut and realized that they were all actors, and he
Yeah.
got a little angry. Oh
Um.
man,
So yeah, I don't know if Kanye could really identify as black anymore.
I mean,
Like-
well, here's the thing. The
What?
last time we saw him, he was wearing a mask, so his race is, I would say it's up for anybody's guess at this point.
Yeah.
He might have just reverted back to white at this point. Maybe it's been a long grift and the mask is just slipping, that he was never black in the first place.
What?
Uh, that's a good conspiracy theory.
Is that Kanye was white the whole time?
Fuck your mom.
I mean, he definitely raps. He definitely raps like a white person. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
I'd say a lot of his newer stuff is like I feel like a lot of his new stuff is kind of like poppy. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of his new stuff, but like I don't know. Some of his
What
stuff
did you
is
think
just
of "Someday
not
We'll All Be
rap.
Free"? Like when he just dropped that out of nowhere. What did you think of that song?
So a common thing that happens with Kanye for me is that I'll listen to the song and I don't like it, and then I come back to it a few weeks later and I do enjoy it, and that's how I felt about that song. But it was really weird that he just posted it on YouTube and nowhere else. Like, and that's the same thing with the stem player. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, like that's the only place you can listen to Donda too.
Yeah. It's just very odd.
Yeah, he's definitely not all there. But I will say, it's it's like that was like the worst part because he like went on there and he was like saying all sorts of terrible shit, and then he drops this song, and I swear to God, I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm gonna have to defend Kanye because that's the worst
Yeah.
part. It's like, for whatever reason, it's like everybody's like, oh, separate the art from the artist, separate the art from, until it's the artist you like. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you know he's a Nazi, right? He's like, he wasn't a Nazi when he wrote Graduation, okay? Just give me that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe when he wrote Drunken Hot Girls, because that song kind of sucks. But
Yeah,
other than
that song's awful.
that's like
Um,
the only skip. I would say out of the first 3 albums, that's like the only one I can't listen to.
Yeah.
You know Chris
Um,
Christopherson? Well, I am Piss
Well, I'm
Christopherson.
pissed off for some. Okay. Well, if you say Eminem's the best white rapper, what about Relapse, Recovery, and then like Best Songs to Be Murdered By?
There was one song that I enjoyed on Relapse Recovery, but nothing else that's very memorable to me.
Isn't like I forget which I don't know if I'm talking about the right album, but like he released an album. It was probably Relapse. It's like it's just such a poorly rated Eminem album just because it was so bad.
It was probably that one. There was I think there's a song with like 50 Cent and I forget who else, but I don't know how I feel about Eminem. It's just not really my type of music. Some of his old stuff I like, but it's just I don't I don't know.
Eminem feels like a weird uncle, like he's just like he's there, like everybody knows him, but it's just like I mean like I like a lot of his old stuff, like I don't know if I like all of it, but it's definitely like you have to admit that like it's respectable, like this is good music. But then it's like when I'm thinking about like modern Eminem, like there's not a lot I go back to. I think Godzilla is it's a pretty good song. I like it. I think I think the refrain is stupid, but I like that, like I don't know why, like again this is about Juice WRLD, but like I don't know why he tries to add so many syllables. It's like I'm normal during the day, but at night turn into a monster. Like it's like he's trying to fit too much into there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I like again he might not have even recorded it for that song. They might have just had to put it in there because I don't know if they made that before or after he died.
I feel like that either came out right before he died or right after he died.
Yeah, because I remember the controversy where people were like, "Oh, isn't this a little bit exploitative?" And it's like, motherfucker, look at what they did to XXX. Like that guy, they're still dragging his corpse through there.
His mom is like played a big role in that, which is very like sad. Like I from what I've heard, because I haven't like dove too deep into that, but like apparently his mom was like controlling a lot of what he had like music wise, and like was the one who was getting it put out and stuff for the money. Apparently, I don't know, but
I'm totally inclined to believe you. It's so scummy what they do.
Yeah.
Like especially to X, because it's like I feel like it's embarrassing to admit it that I think some of his music was good. But come on, to be fair, I was in 5th grade when his music was popular. So like what? Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares, Jocelyn Floors, one other song that I'm probably not thinking of. Like I thought those were good in 5th grade, and I think they're like it's more nostalgia why they're good when I listen to them now. It's not like oh this is good shit, but it's like I remember being in 5th grade thinking this was good shit.
Yeah. I'm not huge on like the emo rap, to be honest.
Oh my god, speaking of emo rap, to bring this to a white rapper, Lil Peep.
Oh yes, Lil Peep.
He was from like nearby too. He's from like Allentown or some shit. So like.
Oh, of course he's from Allentown.
R.I.P. An OG.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta say right out of the way, fucking ugly ass tattoos. Like.
Yeah. I guess he was not expecting to have a future past music.
Yeah, I think he slipped on a banana peel and just fell into ink because that's what it fucking looks like.
Yeah. I don't know, like. He might have just been like very high and was like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of tattoos, but I don't think that was the case, to be honest. I don't know. It's just like covering your face with that many tattoos. You have to have some understanding of what you're doing to yourself. Like if you're
okay, but like to be fair, what was he like? I can't imagine him older than 23. I want to say what was he like 19 or something?
Here, let me look it up.
Yeah, I was just looking that up too. Yeah, he was 21.
Yeah.
So, oh man, but those are fucking ugly tattoos. He looks like if Eminem and MGK had a baby too. Okay, but like too bad he's like it sucks that he's dead. But if I'm being honest, I only thought like one of his songs were
yeah.
Good.
I enjoyed Beamer Boy, I think it was, and then
I thought like Nuts was good. I thought it was a good chill song.
Yeah, there's like maybe one or two other ones, but I don't know. But yeah.
But that's another good rapper. MGK. Opinions on MGK.
The Rap Devil.
I want to say, and this is probably going to be the downfall of my career, but I have listened to the entirety of Tickets to My Downfall, like the whole album. I know, I'm sorry. And I hear even worse.
You should have publicly said that.
Even worse. Here, I'll one up myself. I actually thought one of the songs was good. I forget what it's called. Fuck. What's the song that's like, I swear to God, I'd never fall in love. That song.
Oh my god, that one. That's the TikTok song, or one of the
I know.
TikTok songs.
Here's the thing. In my art class, the teacher, he just plays like the top 40 hits on the radio. So it's just an hour.
Mr.
I do have Mr. And he just plays like Sirius, what is it called? Sirius XM?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sirius XM. And he just plays like top 40 hits. And I swear to God, they'd play that song like 6 times a day. And I'm only in there for an hour. So they play it like once every 10 minutes. My brain, I have this terrible thing where like I can't really think anything is bad. I have a really bad sunk cost fallacy in my brain where if I just spend enough time in something, I'm gonna end up, if not liking it, at least tolerating it. So I just have developed such a bad taste in music just based off of like basically Chinese water torture at this point.
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret, the worst song ever made.
That's a song?
Yeah, I know Victoria's Secret.
Okay. Okay, really weird side note, but like, is it just me, or does Post Malone just seem like a fun guy to be around? I feel like every picture I see of him, it's just like, he looks so chill.
Yeah, but wasn't there like some controversy going around like a year or two ago, and he was like, people thought he was gonna like kill himself or some shit, or like just
people like, because like he's just been like, I feel like, and like I was about to say that he's an industry plant, but I think he was probably a genuine guy that got like sucked up by the industry. Because, like, I think the reason that a lot of people thought that was just because he always seemed like he just hated his life. Because I really think he was just, like, living a lie. Like, all the songs that he was making, I don't think he wanted to make. And I feel like, finally, like, this new album that's coming out, I think this is, like, actually the stuff that he wants to make. And this whole time they were like, no, you're gonna be, like, the cool, like, rock star. You're gonna be on, like, Trolls 2. You're gonna be, like, the family-friendly guy that we're gonna make ducks out of and give them to kids. Oh, man, I still regret trading 2 Post Malone ducks for 1 Dwight duck. I could have had 2 Post Malone ducks.
Dude, I don't know where any of my ducks went.
My Dwight duck is on my dresser. It is my pride.
Is it like
and joy.
Dwight
I look at it every morning.
duck?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so in
our
our middle school we had
we
had like a magazine drive, and this was like this was our first foray into like private detectorship, because they came out with these things. They were called imposter ducks. And basically, they were rewards for selling a certain amount of... wait, was it magazines or cookie dough? I can't remember.
It was cookie dough.
Okay, yeah, they're selling cookie dough, and it was, if you get enough, you would get these fucking ducks. And, like, every year they'd roll out these, like, new ones that were based off of, like, the popular characters for the year. And the one year, for, like, no reason at all, they just pulled out Dwight Schrute, and it was just, like, the randomest character they could have gotten.
Yeah.
And, like... They're all off-brand. Like, there was one that was supposed to be High School Musical, and instead of saying Wild Cats, it says Wild Cake. Like, so we literally...
Go on.
You go.
You go.
Okay, well, I remember literally, like, we tried to track these down, like, figure out where they were, but I think they were, like, must be made in, like, a Russian factory or something, because they're literally untraceable. They're just, like, these magical ducks that just cannot be found anywhere.
I wonder where the school got them from.
I feel like what happened was, like, somebody showed up, like, some, like, shiesty businessman showed up and was like, boy, do I have the opportunity for you. Like, these things probably are all, like, implicated murder weapons, and they're just trying to get rid of them bit by bit.
Yeah.
I remember at North, we went, like, insane over the Dwight Schrute duck. Like, me and Abram were, like, creaming.
Wait, you guys had a Dwight Schrute duck, too?
Yeah, we had the exact same thing.
Oh, shit, okay. I thought I was explaining something, like, foreign to you.
No, I just let you explain it.
Oh, because I was so excited.
Dude, yeah, then maybe he just came to, like, the like, just Penn Ridge, and he was like, and then offered the ducks. Like, I don't...
Maybe he was just, like, a good person.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think somebody who makes Dwight ducks can have any sense of decency.
I wonder where the factory is that makes those. Like, I'd like to visit that factory and just see what they're rolling out.
See what the morale is around the company. Yeah. Imagine kissing your wife goodbye. Like, well, honey, I'm off for another day at the off-brand duck.
The duck factory.
Who are some other white rappers that haven't hit their stride yet? Shit, I had like a whole list of people that I was gonna bring up, but I. All right. I'm FWing this.
Yes. So that's basically most of his songs sound similar, if not exactly like that.
Well, you know what? That's
Why?
what I will say. I like in a rapper is consistency, where all of their songs sound the same. So that's good in my book. Now, RJ, do you know what the race was of the creators of The Dark Nut? Because I would say that those are contenders to be in.
So I was featured on The Dark Knight.
I assumed it. I didn't want to outright say it.
Yeah.
I don't want to convict you.
Me and a few folks did that song, and we're actually in the works of an audio track right now.
Oh my god, you got to get me featured on there, dog. I see. That's what everybody was saying. People were like messaging me, and I don't want to make this all about me because obviously it's a monumental achievement. But people were like, "Yo, why weren't you on there?" And I was like, you know what? If I knew them, I probably would be. Because I'm forcing myself in places.
The Dark Nut is one of my very it's one of my biggest achievements, I would say.
You know what? I just want to say that I'm glad that we both like branched off into making music, completely coincidentally.
I feel like it's just inevitable. Like I was yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go so far as to say that maybe you were inspired by awesome Fortnite parodies, but I will say that awesome Fortnite parodies walked so we could run.
Yeah. I think my awesome Fortnite parody CD is somewhere in my basement.
I actually recently found one. And I keep it in my backpack just as a memento.
I forget what the track list looked like on that album.
I can pull it up. It's on my Bandcamp. We can go through my discography real quick, or not my discography. Awesome Fortnite parodies discography. So this was what was on the CD. Empty Loot Llama, Fortnite parody of Bitch Lasagna by PewDiePie. Epic Gamers, Fortnite parody of Dunder Mifflin ad jingle by Daryl Philpin. We had a Fortnite parody of Bonfire, a freestyle to Despacito, Frick to Apex, which was a Fortnite parody of Frick to Police by Rice Gum. Get Fortnite, which was a Fortnite parody of Get Lucky by Daft Punk. My crowning achievement, Boogie Bomb, Fortnite parody of Gucci Gang by Lil Pump.
That's the one I remember.
That was the one. I don't remember this one. Taking L's, Fortnite parody of La 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 by Baby No Money. So I guess I'm part of the problem. Take the L, Fortnite parody of Look at Me by XXXTentacion. Oh, Epic Games, Fortnite parody of Ocean Man by Ween. All the other this was the first one. All the other players, Fortnite parody of Pumped Up Kicks. So we got a good start when we're starting with Pumped Up Kicks. Play Fortnite, which was a Fortnite parody of Take on Me. Fortnite, which was a parody of Yeah Right by Joji. And then all I do is win.
I don't remember there being that many songs, but I guess.
Oh well, that was just album 1. There was 14 songs on album 1, and then there was album 2, which I don't think has many songs. Album 2 only has 4 songs. Fortnite, which was a Fortnite parody of Revenge by Captain Sparkles. I don't even remember doing that. Average Above, which is a Fortnite parody of Tunnel of Love, which I remember being actually pretty good. Game Crash, which was a Fortnite parody of Earthquake by Tyler, the Creator. And I Play Fortnite parody of Bad Guy by Billie Eilish.
Can I hear Game Crash?
Here, I'll just link this to you
Okay,
so you guys can... Here's the...
Do you not want it to be in public eyes anymore?
Well, no, it's still this is where I post my music. I'm just saying this is for easy
access.
Easy access. Yeah.
Trolling.
Oh my god.
This is good. This is classic stuff. Yeah. So I think we can definitively say that the best white rapper is obviously awesome Fortnite parodies.
Yeah, I don't think there's any argument for that.
Any room for debate. I mean, if I could just pull up some of these lyrics here. Let's see for
I would go as far to say that the cover art could honestly top the songs itself.
I mean, each one of these is it's an art piece in and of itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so glad that these I bet all the Google Docs with all the lyrics are on here. RJ, I'm saying summer project. We should just redo the entirety of awesome Fortnite parodies, just right now, as we are now. We should just redraw the art, just This is our summer project.
The definitive edition.
Yeah, Mark, you are watching a very powerful friendship, a phoenix rise from the ashes.
I can tell. I'm getting like eighth wheeled.
Yeah, you're
in a car with 3 people.
You're getting Craig is somehow outranking you, and I'm very sorry about that. But...
No, that's fine. That's
fine. I can buy each track for 50 cents. I might have to ponder on that.
I honestly I can't believe that you know what I think I'm actually kind of proud about this. My most profitable venture of like everything I've ever done was when I sold those CDs at the dance and made like $35. That is the most I've ever made off of my my artistic endeavors.
Yeah, that's great. Dude, I want to listen to this song, but the second I press play, it's just so fucking loud.
I know. I feel like I committed to the bit too hard in some of them. I want to say if you're listening to them right now, you have to listen to Average Above. I honestly think that one is so good. And then like the way that my voice just absolutely tears through the instrumental, it's honestly art in and of itself. All right, well, I'm glad we've unearthed the gem and now have a mission to definitively produce these, to make these as beautiful as they possibly can be. And our music career is now long and prosperous. And Mark, I'm very sorry, but you just don't have what it takes to be a musician. At least not yet. Not I mean, like at this point, I'm feeling some hypertension.
Shut up.
Oh, okay. RJ, for context,
sorry.
That was in. Yeah, for context, we did
Wait, hold on. Can I explain it?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, so basically, Milah came to me and she said, "Yo, do some shit." And
okay,
I
well,
said, "Okay."
He's got to know why we did this shit. So when the episode got taken down for misinformation, I was like, I'm gonna write a diss track on YouTube because obviously that's what you do. And so I was like, well, Mark was in the episode too, so he should probably have at least a verse on there. And I inadvertently wrote, like, the hardest and fastest verse, and then I recorded it, and I was like, okay, Mark, just do something like this. And then he...
Wait, hold on. There's something I have to add here, because you're going to just cut right to it, but Milah in school asked me, can you, like, rap, like, at all? And I told her I got that Eminem flow, and then I got home and recorded it, and it was the most ass thing the world has ever heard.
He got that Eminem flow when he's like on the bathroom floor after taking too many what was Eminem addicted to?
Whippets, I think.
Really? He had to make a whole album because he did too many fucking whippets.
I don't actually think it was whippets, but
that's funny. No, that's canon. That's canon. We're confirming that. We're locking that in. It was whippets. He did too many whippets.
Speaking of musical endeavors, I have a social studies project song if you'd like to take a listen to that.
Oh,
I
would love to.
Did this March 30th, 2023.
Oh, that's beautiful, because I also wrote a song for music class. Social studies class. It was an epic rap battle of Al Capone versus syphilis.
Hold on.
I think I did one too, and it was called Sponsors Paradise. It was a parody of Gangsta's Paradise, but about like TV in the 50s.
Whoa. R.I.P. Coolio, by the way.
Oh, we had Coolio in our project. We mixed
whoever
the president was at the time with Coolio.
Eisenhower?
I think so.
Oh my god. So wait, you're like an actual producer?
No, this is just SpanLab. This is like really easy to use.
Yeah, but still, it's impressive. I mean, I mostly do you remember World Corp?
No.
Oh, they were like the pedophile ARG, and he made like a couple of beats, and I swear, like all I do is just take his beats and then rap over them. That was some beautiful music.
Thank you. If we want to get back onto the topic of white rappers, are you aware of Daniel Larson?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You listen to a lot of white rappers.
Rising.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not listen to a lot of white rappers. I mean, I'm really more into like the '90s, like G-Funk. Like that's really what I'm into.
Pretty much Daniel Larson isn't even a rapper. He's basically the Chris Chan of TikTok.
Okay, based.
and he has trolls just like how Chris Chan does, and people
Wait,
troll.
is he the guy who did Diamond in the Rough?
No, that was just like some random kid that had a disability,
Okay.
I think.
You know what? I felt so bad because I just heard the audio for that song and I was like, oh, this is like some goofy guy just doing a funny voice. And then I looked, I'm like, oh man, like, I feel so bad now.
Yeah. So these trolls trolled Daniel Larson into thinking that they were his music management, and he basically made a song called Roaring Thunder.
Okay.
That's
I feel like that sounds familiar. Oh my god. Wow, hottie alert, Dreamboat over here.
Yeah. Comments are turned off.
Oh, for good reason, I'm sure. Oh no. I mean, while we're talking about white rappers, I think we have to mention the GOAT, Grant McDonald, and his masterpiece.
Yes. We do have to.
I was just about to say we should do a Fortnite parody of Ram Ranch.
No, we do have to talk about you just said his name. I'm blinking. Jesus.
Grant McDonald.
Yes. So how knowledge are you in McDonald?
I know just about everything about Grant. Actually, I am Grant McDonald. We're the same person.
Wait, are we talking about the same person? Is he a Republican rapper?
Oh no, you're thinking of Tom McDonald, right?
Tom McDonald. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking about Grant McDonald, the guy who made Ram Ranch.
Oh, I did not know that the guy that made Ram Ranch actually even had a name. I thought that was just like an anonymous
just
song.
the Ram Ranch guy.
Some random.
Yeah.
No,
the Ram Ranch guy.
He's made like a million Ram Ranches too. I haven't listened to any of them because the first one's just so good. But like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go listen to that right now.
yeah. I mean, I'll say I've never listened to a Tom McDonald without Anthony Fantano in the corner making fun of it the whole time.
Neither have I, but you know Holly Boffin, right?
Why are y'all so stupid? I like how it looks like a lizard too.
Yeah, he looks so fucking crazy. You would think that a Republican rapper would not look like that. Like you'd think.
Yeah, like you'd think that he'd look like John Wick or something, or like what's his fucking name, Chuck Norris. But he looks like a twink. He looks like a weird like twink rapper who's like, man, I hate how everything has got to be woke. I hate the middle class. I wish they'd all go broke. You know, it's like, okay, buddy. I mean, he's got fire, but oh my god, those songs just make me laugh. Yeah, they're so embarrassing. Like, I mean, like, you know, I guess here's the thing. My political affiliation depends entirely on who makes the best music. So, Tom McDonald, you got to kick it into gear, man.
Yeah.
just wait. Did he buy like an Eminem beat or something and then pretended like he and Eminem were friends?
I don't know, but that's a Tom McDonald thing to do, so I'll believe it.
Let's just make up lies about Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
I heard his mom
misinformation
spreading.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's what this channel is built off of. Everybody, if you come here, just expect to hear lies. None of it's true.
No.
So I want to get back to the real white rappers. The white rapper in the room with us right now. How did you come up with the Dark Knight? How long? Okay, I want to say how long did it take you?
Well, I did not. Okay, so I did not come up with it. I have another friend, RJ, actually, and he is very into making music, and when we heard about the behaviors that was performing in school, we were not tolerating
we're gonna censor
that.
Mark, I'm gonna remember to censor that because I don't think we're allowed to just fully name drop this.
Sorry,
kid.
I forgot that this is like a. Okay.
This is syndicated and is going out. So we'll just call him the professor from now on.
Okay. So when we heard about the professor's behaviors, we would not tolerate that any longer, and you know, instead of jumping to violence or anything like that, because there was talks of people like wanting to beat him up. We were like, we're just gonna make a diss track on him. We're not gonna beat him up, and we made a diss track on him, and. Well, no. Okay, so RJ and his friend Will started this diss track, and when I heard it, I was like, I need to get on this.
And... So for the audience at home, can you point out what your line is? Can you give us a little rendition of it?
how's it start? How does it start? Oh my goodness. I haven't
I mean,
listened
this track is like 5 minutes long, so.
Yeah, this oh my God, hold on. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here to pull this up so I can
Right,
remember.
you're good. You're good. That is one thing I will say. It is very heavily auto-tuned. Like you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for like on purpose, because like you can like barely recognize who's singing, and like
Yeah.
let alone sometimes it's a little hard to hear what they're saying. But it is clever.
Yeah.
That's what I will say. Like I thought a little. I thought some of the jokes about his weight were a little bit much, but I did think overall it was very clever, which is
Yeah.
what I always like to hear out of something.
Jerking in class, man, you have to stop eating. Is the starting line to my verse. But,
When I just said I thought the weight jokes were a little
Yeah.
unfair, then he started.
I you know I have weight problems myself, so you know
So you'd say friendly fire.
Yeah, and I don't want to inflict that on other people because you know that has heavily affected my life. But I don't know. I had to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like it is a little bit weird to be considering the feelings of a guy who likes to make little girls feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. But either way, my verse, you know, it was nothing much of just kind of bullying.
That's what a diss track is. Primarily.
Yeah. I came up with the verse in like 15 to 20 minutes, I think it took for me. And
Well, there you go.
And called it a day from there. And that was how the Dark Nut was born.
All right, follow-up question. How would you react if the professor made his own diss track as a response to you?
You know, I think I would have to hit him back with another diss track. You know,
my God, the diss wars.
I don't go down without a fight.
That is honorable. I don't think you'd want to just let the professor just win like that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, with a name like the professor, he just sounds like a supervillain. You can't let evil win.
Yeah. This is really like a villain and superhero arc type thing for me. You know, this is.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you've got such a hero complex about this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to him, anyone can seem like a good person.
Yeah.
Right, now I want to know, did anybody get in trouble from this diss track?
No, there was a another diss track previously in the year on some random kid, and I don't even know what the whole problem between them was, but they actually got in trouble for that one. And then this one, a teacher heard about it, I think. But nobody ended up getting in trouble, actually.
I mean, honestly, they might not even know who it is. If you weren't aware, RJ, actually, I think, like a week or two ago, I actually released a diss track on our dearly departed principal called Steven Crashed Man. And it was a little bit inspired by your antics. But I was a little bit afraid at first that I was going to get in trouble for it because... Have you seen the buttons? Did you see the DUI buttons?
Oh yeah. Did you get in trouble for that?
I did. Okay, so here, let me tell you the story about this. This was actually pretty funny. So I was the one who made them, right? And I must have made like 40 or 50 of them. And I was just like handing them out to like literally everybody. I was just like, who wants these? So by the time I got to my third period class with a teacher I will not name, I will just say that it was not cool, and I'm a little bit miffed about it. But I was handing out pins, and she said in this like smug way, like, "Ooh, I want a pin." And I'm just like, well, shit, this is probably where I get the pins taken. So I go up there, as innocuously as possible. I'm like, here, take your pick. They're all the same. She looks at them. She looks at me. She does that like fake soy face where she's like pretending she's surprised. She takes the whole bag and just walks out of the room and gives them to here. We don't have a good nickname for him. I'm just gonna call him the Iron Giant. I think we'll all know which house principal we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Who, when you're playing
Giant.
Minecraft, when you're playing Minecraft in a cave looking for diamonds, it's funny because he's in the same cave looking for miners. So he comes hulking. He has to duck down into the classroom to like lock eyes with me and come hither motion me. And so I'm standing up, and then he's like, "Bring your stuff," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I'm walking down there, and he's like trying to do small talk or whatever. So we get to the office. and he like is like, okay, so just I tell me. And I had already written up like a speech. I think it might be on my phone or something. But it was like, sir, I'm simply trying to raise awareness about negative influences within the Penridge community. Any further information can be found on this flyer. And I had printed out like these little flyers about like Dr. Cashman getting a DUI, and I handed it to him. And I legitimately think that because of the way I handled it, like the diplomacy, he legitimately thought that I was just trying to raise awareness for drunk drivers. Like drunk driving, and it was just in poor taste. So all he did was he took my pins and he gave me in-school suspension till the end of lunch, but I honestly think he was just doing that so he wouldn't have to send me back to class and the teacher would be like looking at me the entire time. So it was in-school suspension, but I was there for like 45 minutes or so.
Did he take the flyers?
Yeah, he did. I didn't put any of the flyers up, like, cause I just like I wanted to have one just because I thought it was funny, and then like I wanted to show him one because I thought it would shift the idea that I'm trying, like, because at the end of the day I feel like I was morally justified in that because he's a dick. Like I even after that, remember when we were they were doing the Crucible and everybody was having a good time and he got up there and he was like, guys, you're like, people were emoting because the show was interesting, and he must have had a fucking entire oak tree up his ass because he was so angry about people just like gasping when something surprising happened.
No, there was more than that going on.
I mean, there was some craziness going on, and I feel like I guess him intervening was a little justified, but at the same time, most of it was just people laughing and like gasping at the show. Like,
there was one guy behind me who, when one of the characters, I don't know, I never read the Crucible because my English teacher just never had us read it. But this one time a character got like thrown on the ground and this guy behind me just yelled, "Give her the chair!" And it was pretty funny.
See, there we go. Get a little Rocky Horror in there. That makes it way better.
Yeah. I don't like Cashman, and
and like I feel like the sense of like they were trying to like impugn this idea that I should feel bad for him, and it's like I don't feel bad.
I know they sent out like an email, and it was like, wish your farewells to Cashman, but it's just like it's fucking Dr. Cashman.
And like not only that, but it's like he didn't even. It wasn't even like it's like. Drunk driving is like the best crime because it's victimless and hilarious. Like you just have to be a giant jackass to do it, and like that's it. That's the only prerequisite, is that you're a jackass.
Yeah.
He blew like a .16. Like, how much did he have to be drinking between let's assume that he wasn't drinking on school property. So from let's say he left the moment the dance ended. So 2 hours he drank enough to blow a .16, and then get pulled over. Yeah.
And like, he's lucky he didn't like hurt anybody, because, then it'd just be even worse. Like a lot worse.
Mark, I'm gonna be honest, Mark. I feel like if you leave, like this episode will just keep going forever.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm really sorry to third wheel you, Mark.
It's fine.
It's supposed to be your show too, not just the Milah and RJ catch-up hour.
Well,
you should make that a new show. Milah and RJ catch-up.
I mean, honestly though, like we just make music.
How long has it been since you guys last talked?
I mean, since we've had an actual conversation, probably like 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, when was the last?
I think like COVID hit, and then that was basically. Like pretty much.
Yeah, it was definitely pre-COVID, like the last time we actually like hung out together.
Yeah, dude, you used to tutor me. My mom sent me like a picture of like you tutoring me a few weeks ago. Actually,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you should start doing really bad in school again so I can tutor you again. Tutor you in making music.
$20 a week she was paying you. That was.
God, that's better than what I'm making now. I wish I still made that. I wish I still had that money. I would be buying so much gumballs.
It probably went into the awesome Fortnite Parodies fund. Like it probably went.
I mean, yeah, the budget. For clearing all those samples, man, it wasn't cheap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I'm locking you in. We are doing awesome Fortnite Parodies Definitive Edition.
We have to at one point. I don't know what I suck at planning stuff, and like stuff always shows up, so I can't like plan advanced in like 2 months. But like it'll happen.
I mean, some point over the summer. I mean, like, think about, like, how long do you think this would take? Like, I feel like if we really put our all, like, we could probably get it done, like, in a night or like 2,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
This is like it'll be a grind, but like it's not longer than a week long endeavor. And then we'll put like a couple of bonus tracks. Like, I want to do a Ram Ranch parody, you know, like 18 groups of duos in the circle at fucking Dusty Divot.
It's just like, dude, Fortnite's really gone down the steep end.
I mean, they were all like the Fortnite parodies were always rooted in irony. Like, I think that's the thing a lot of people forget is that like these were never born out of sincerity. So I have like no ties. I have no ties to making these. Like, these aren't art or anything. Like, this was just a joke thing I did.
Yeah, I do think some bonus tracks we will have to make mentions about some of the new skins that they've implemented, like Travis Scott and
Mr. Beast.
Yes, the Mr. Beast skin. Yes.
Oh my god, Mr. Beast owns Durr Burger? That's canon.
Dude, Mr. fucking Beast, bro.
Best white rapper out there. Has he released a song? I feel like that is
He
like
should. I would listen to that so hard.
Are you fucking kidding me, Mark? That would be like the worst song ever.
That's why.
Man, I remember Mr. Beast like back when we were still like little kids.
I know,
like,
he did like the intro videos.
Yeah, and he would like make fun of kids, and he would be like, a lot of people telling me that I should stop swearing. Remember when he like spun a fidget spinner for 24 hours?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. And then that was
OG, Mr.
And
Beast.
he would he would say like the same word 100,000 times.
Oh like, yeah. That's all I do. Did you know that I read a 9/11 audiobook and it took me like 24 hours?
Wait, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't it like the commissioner's report and it took
the
like,
9/11 commissioner's report. It took like 23 hours or something. It's one of my crowning achievements.
Is it recorded?
I've done a lot of. Yeah, it's all recorded. I post a link to it. Man, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff we got to catch up on. We should just do the catch up hour. That's a way better show than What Have I Done debates. We've already come up with every topic to debate. And like, what's the next episode gonna be? Like, ketchup versus mustard, forks versus spoons. Like, we're coming up on some real harsh episodes real soon.
Cats versus dogs.
We should do that. We should just have like a really terrible episode where it's like something like left versus right.
We blow through like 100 topics in 5 minutes.
Oh my god, Mark, I'm so sorry, but like you're like, how does it feel to like actively watch yourself get replaced? I guess, you know, here's the thing, like forged bonds, they last forever. This may look like an hour-long commitment, but this has been the culmination of years. Here it is. Here's the What Have I Done. It's okay. I think I messed up. The first hour or so is actually me reading like the Penridge High School audiobook. So I don't know how this actually goes because I was just listening to it on a whim.
Holy shit!
But if
23 hours. Oh my god.
Yeah, but if you just like click to like a random part in the video, you just.
How long did it take to get that like uploaded?
It took. I mean, with my like piece of ass computer that I had at that point, like I was lucky that it didn't explode. I think it probably took like 2 or 3 days to upload.
Huh.
Yeah, this was like a week and a half long endeavor, so it was probably like split up into like, you know, like probably like 10 or 12 like hour and something recordings, and I just had to splice them all together in Windows fucking Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker is still the premier audio video creating software. That's where I made awesome Fortnite parodies. That's where I made a lot of stuff up till recently. Now that I've moved on to Microsoft Clipchamp since Windows Movie Maker doesn't exist anymore. All right, fellas. You know what, Mark? You gotta go. And yeah. I feel like we really definitively talked about. I think we finally figured out who the best white rapper was.
Yeah.
we finally
come to
after
a conclusion,
careful consideration we've so awesome Fortnite parodies, The Dark Nuts, and Macronium. Coincidentally, the best white rappers were all on this episode, so that's kind of amazing.
And Tom McDonald.
Oh, and Tom McDonald, honorable mention. Well, he was actually here the whole time. Tom, you want to say something? It's me, Tom McDonald! Oh my god, okay, that's enough, buddy.
Get him back in the cage.
Yeah, we're sending him back. I think he's defective. Well, anyway, everybody, thank you so much for listening to yet another episode. Right now, primarily the only audience member is my mom. Hopefully she'll enjoy this episode. Everybody else, I hope you enjoy it too, but, your enjoyment is not as important to me. Mark, we'll probably keep doing stuff, but RJ, we're going to be we're making Awesome Fortnite Parodies Definitive Edition Volume 2, Volume 3.
Yes, we are.
We have
many
2.
projects on the way.
Yeah, the Milah RJ catch up. Can you believe this, guys? This is what you got to do. Just send DMs to people you haven't talked to in years, and you're just this is my ticket out. This is we're gonna become famous now.
This is better than a high school reunion.
Exactly. This is we didn't even leave high school. That's what makes it so great.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. There were supposed to be 2 other people to show up for 10-minute topics, but instead we ended up going on for an hour and a half. So this was way better. I think we're gonna need to edit this up. So Mark, here, you want to just do a fake intro real quick? Hey, today we're gonna be doing what is the best white rapper? Forget everything we said about Lightning Round. It's just the best white rapper. That's the only thing we're talking about.
Yep, for sure.
The only thing.
The only thing.
Yeah,
no.
Definitely not sprawling out of control. Okay, everybody, on 3, we're going to say goodbye, because that's our thing that I definitely didn't steal from anywhere. 1, 2, 3, goodbye!